Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. Now this one is sort of a quickie, so I'm going to show you this game that I just played this morning, and it ended up in unlocking the fourth skill for this commander in my 38H. And this is just one in a series of 38H commander building matches that I played. So I wanted to give you guys, especially the newer subscribers, an option to see this without having to dig through my other like 1,000+ videos. So I'm going to run this for you, run the replay for you. So it would be helpful if you could leave a like at the end to help spread the word to other people. Tell your friends too. So now I'm going to show you the gameplay, and then we're going to come back and get the skill added. Greetings and welcome to Lakeville. Okay, so now let's look at this while I'm en route. I am going here to the valley. This is a mixed match, 13 2s and 2 3s. Now, luckily for me, the artillery guy I have on my team is a guy from PlayStation, and I've played against him and with him, and that guy's really good. So we're in good hands with this artillery. And this is a terrific artillery map. In fact, one of the best in the game. Now he's decided to be a base shooter. He should recognize my name, but he may not. I don't know. You know, one of those things. But if in a regular match, artillery will post up here at K or J2, and enemy artillery, you know, usually Bravo or Alpha 2, and fight to control the valley. Now I'm in the center of the valley as a prime spotter. Because there's 13 2s, I'm one of the king of the 2s. On the enemy team, they have a steadfast and 2 E6s, which I never saw, but they were fighting for dominance in the circle rather than the valley, which I think was probably a mistake. The two best tier 2s, in my opinion, are the E6 and the 38H. And the 38H takes the slight preference as number one to me because of the monster 50% commander bonus in every match. And that's why I run it. Now, as a byproduct of running 38H, it makes you a much better medium or heavy tank player. I'm not the greatest medium or heavy tank player, but man, I got a lot better by playing the 38H because it plays like a medium or a heavy tank at tier 2. And it teaches you how to get good position because you're so slow you can't afford to be badly posted and then have to go all the way back to wherever it is you were at. The other thing, the 38H also acts like a, mini sniper as well. And that's how I was making my fortune here as a mini sniper. So if you're not really good at tanks or as good as you'd like to be, and you want to be better, go play daily at least a couple 38H matches. Now, if you don't have a 38H, it's a free one. You can get that from the download of the World of Tanks and World of Warships 2-pack. There's two of them. There's a blue one and a black one. And in each one of those, it'll show you the picture of the tank you get. The blue one gives you the, T2 Light. The black one gives you the 38H absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything for it. It takes like 2 minutes to download. You can get it from your PlayStation store or your Xbox store, whichever one. So long, chump. Yes, show me the rear of your tank. That's exactly how you're going to die faster. Now, I'm trying to go chase down the last guy, the artillery, but he's moving to the city to defend the circle, as a patriotic hero, which he gets killed for that. But he might get more points too, so That's good. I just wasn't the guy that I hit him with one shot and got like, I don't know, 25 or 30 points. I tried to kill him, but one of the weaknesses of the 38H is it's super slow. And now I also use only premiums. None of this bouncy garbage. I hate that. So we butt kicked. And due to the randomness of traffic patterns in the circle and the difficulty of shooting them, that dude Robbie Robot only got 3rd place. And I'm telling you, this guy is, he is a legitimate artillery wizard like myself. He is just as good as me, and he is highly feared / respected by other players who know what's what. So I knew we were in good hands when that guy was in artillery, because it's the same. We could switch and have the same kind of results. That dude is a really good player and a terrific artillery guy. That's where I mostly see him. I think I've seen him in some other stuff, but his artillery play is so good that on this map, this was a disappointing result for him, because it'd be a disappointing result for me. That guy's that good. Okay, now we have returned. So let's go check out the result of the game. Although we pretty much saw what we needed to see. All right. Here we are at the end of game screen. So one of the things that one of the subscribers noticed is that Tier 2s are playing more in Tier 3 matches. In fact, I've had only Tier 3 matches in this tank today, but that doesn't matter, because when I was talking to Bernie, I told him, I thought the 38H is like a 2.8 or maybe a 2.9. It's almost a 3. The E6 is, like I said, is right up there, just as good as the 38H, but has no commander bonus. And so I have the E6 back from my old Xbox 360, but the 38H is the commander monster, because you can see it right here. 3 kills, almost 1,200 damage, and I got 27,800, and I was running a ×4 commander booster. So if you have a good match that wins with a ×4 booster, you're going to get about 30,000 points, which is what you see here. I'm just short of 30,000. If I'd have gotten 1,200 plus, I'd have probably gotten 30,000. So, that's exactly what I was expecting the result to be from that match. Medals, cool-headed because your armor is good. Bruiser knocking out modules, etc. Total damage blocked by your armor exceeds my hit points. Okay, that happens a lot at Tier 2 as well. High caliber, I did the most damage, because the artillery just, randomly will have shots that just don't connect. It's just the way it is. Did more damage than my hit points, of course. Only got a 3rd class badge, but I don't care. I've already got the master. So, and this is the rest of the team stats if you want to look for those. Yeah, I don't know how many times he hit guys, but I'm going to say, he didn't have a lot of really good hits. Because Tier 2s, you whack a Tier 2 in one hit. So he killed 2 guys. That would be about 600 points ballpark. So, the artillery is very hit and miss, mostly miss, as you can see, because this guy, I'm telling you, is as good at artillery as I am. And if you don't know, I'm a freaking ace. And so is this guy. He is really good. When you go up against him, you're going to have to bring your A game, because he brings his A game. So now we're going to go back to the garage and add this skill to this guy. All right, we return to the garage. Now, as you can see on the right side, ×4 commander booster at the very bottom of the vertical rectangle on the right. So let's go add it, shall we? Go to commanders. He comes up because he's the commander of the tank that is central in the garage. 1 skill, sir. There you go. Now, again, just for convenience, in case you haven't seen these kind of videos before, 38H. If you set it up correctly, you're going to make 100% bonus commander experience in every match. But you have to have a quick learner on your commander, which I have. I also have the enhanced rations. It's another 10% bonus on my tank. The tank's a 50. 10% for the rations, 10% for the quick learner, and 30% for a 3-star commander. That's 50 plus 10 plus 10 makes 70, plus 30 makes 100% bonus. So if I had this, if you had a regular tank and it did the same damage as this guy, you'd make the standard experience. He gets that same amount. It's basically double. He makes double what a regular tank would get at the same performance. So that's why I have the quick learner. Armor angling is the only armor addition you can add to a light tank because it's a light tank. It's not a medium or a heavy, but it plays like one. So minus 5% damage. It's huge to get those 1,000 plus damage results. It's so huge that when I had two slots open, there's 1, there's 2. This is the order I add them. I add rapid loading. Now the 38H has a very accurate gun, relatively speaking, from a stock position. So I don't have the steady aim, and I'm not going to add it for a while because there's things on the 38H we can use more to our benefit, like the Born Leader, like the turret rotation, if that's what you want to do. Now the thing is, you want to build your commander theoretically, for some kind of general use, mediums or heavies or whatever. So depending, if I had a specific tank I was going to build this for, like a heavy tank, I'd probably add rapid aim. But my standard generic addition will be just to add the Born Leader. What it's going to do, I'll show you. Let's go in here. Right now, reload time is 2.02. If I add the Born Leader, I'm going to increase this turret rotation, which you see is 51. And I'm going to decrease reload time down to 2 seconds flat. So it's 0.02. It's not a big deal, but you get other things like turret rotation. Your aim is going to go down. Right now my aim is 0.38. It'll drop to like 0.36, I believe, with the Born Leader. And as you saw, it's a fairly accurate sniper because it's a short-range hitting gun. You're not going to do damage at 500 meters with this gun. So let's go back here, add the Born Leader. Now watch, we're going to come back and check this. Turret rotation went up 2 degrees per second. Reload time dropped to 2 seconds flat, like I told you. Accuracy became 0.36, which is really good. Now, another thing to worry about with a 38H is the fire percentage. So the next thing I get will be, I will add fire prevention, and that'll knock the fire internal chance from 20 down to like 11.75. It'll knock it down to 12 by itself, but once you add fire prevention, Born Leader and enhanced rations are going to drop the percentage a little bit more. Like I said, it'll be like 11.75. So that's the next thing that I will be doing for this tank. Whether I show it to you or not, probably, who knows if I make a video like that. I may or may not, but I'm letting you know here what's going to happen. So, again, just for people who haven't seen one before. Equipment, speed, and I'm still slow. Vision, Oh yeah, our vision also increased from 386 to 402. I've done this so many times, I know the numbers without having to look at them. And I didn't look at the vision range. You see on the right, it's 402. It was 386 until I added born leader. So now I got a 400 plus meter vision because of the optics. The fan does exactly the same thing for your crew as the rations does and the born leader does. Those are all three the same. Now, the only one of those that gives you a commander boost is the rations, but that's okay. So I have a triple stack now. I have fan plus rations plus born leader, which you saw here. And those chop down crew-related stuff like reload, vision increases, turret rotation increases, accuracy increases. So these things, you learn all this on 38H really because you can see it happen as you're building your commanders. And this is how you get other commanders that are freaking killer in certain tanks. Now, once again, I don't have the accuracy upgrade because this gun is accurate in general. For the range it's going to be shooting, it's fine. I don't need to add it until maybe the 7th skill. It's that crazy. So 4 skills is what I have. Let's look at this again. 4 skills. Next one I'm going to add for sure is going to be fire prevention. Then the next ones are going to look like probable turret rotation, possible binoculars if I'm going to build a sniper. It doesn't matter. I can just build whatever I want for my 38H, and then when I get to the point around, after I get deep into the 8th skill, once I add the 8th skill, or right before I add the 8th skill, I'll respec the whole deal and then really build it for whatever I'm doing. But right now, this is a 38H, and I'm playing to the 38H strengths. So I wouldn't even get the steady aim, fire, turret rotation, maybe steady aim. I would probably add the resistance to crew damage, which is pain tolerance, and then steady aim here. If I wanted to keep this quick learner active through the 9th skill. It just all depends what you want. But the 38H doesn't need steady aim. You add it. Now, if I respect it, then I would add it and switch this to somebody else, a higher level tank. So this is the basics of the 38H. Told you how you can get a freebie. If you're not sure, it's not, you need questions, of course, leave a comment to ask me. I'll be glad to help you. So this is 38H Commander building in a nutshell that you got to see the match that I just played. Bing, bang, boom. We kicked butt, took care of business. So I hope this helped you out. Hope you learned something here. Please leave a like. Tell your friends. That'll give them a chance to learn this stuff. Leave a like and maybe subscribe. You never know. So I got more stuff to do, obviously. This is Sunday morning. So I got other videos, etc. So check out my daily classic shorties. Those are always kind of fun. And I get contributors sending me stuff. So I got all kinds of those to do, as well as the backlog of my own that I saved from my Xbox network posts that were going to be erased. And now they're all gone, except I already made the video before they were gone. So look forward to seeing you guys again real soon. I'll see you later.